Normally on my page, very lighthearted, not super serious. I'm digging through the internet trying to look for stuff to talk about. Like, what interests me? What am I going to talk about? I stumbled on this thing called the Mandela effect. Okay, so there are a lot of examples that struck me. Wait, I remember it different. This thing of remembering it different, there's a term for this. Psychology. It's called confabulation, right? So look it up. Remember something different than how it really was, right? But that's different than this. This is something totally different. This is things that, as I was growing up, either they taught us wrong on certain things, and the history books I was looking at were wrong, or stuff is changing. Like, it's just changing. Movies. Now, the reason why some of this stuff hit me, some of this stuff is more, it might be more prevalent to you than other things. Some of them are more prevalent to me than other things because, things you can identify with are what you remember. And as an older person, as an old person, with me, it's like what I could remember. Things in my childhood which caused me to grow a certain way. These were movies that were influential. These were shows that were influential. These were things that I did, like Mrs. Doubtfire. I went with my mom to go see it. I'll never forget that. Field of Dreams, I went with my mom to go see it at the movie theater. I'll never forget that. Silence of the Lambs, one of my favorites. I'll never forget that. So certain things, certain movies that resonate with you, certain quotes, I'll be like, okay, that's that quote, because that's that quote, that's that movie. When I was growing up, there was the painting of the old guy with the pitchfork, right? And the old guy with the pitchfork was next to the old lady, and they were both looking forward. Now it's not like that. Now it's the old guy looking forward, and the girl looking sideways, a younger woman at that, looking sideways. And the other picture never was canon. Let's say canon, right? All right, because now with all of this stuff out and about there are pictures that have been like, this is residue, but that's not canon. And it was never canon, right? It was never canon in this universe. We're going to go on what's canon in this universe and what's not canon in this universe. And the other thing that really spoke to me was the JFK. I forgot to look this one up, but I'm going to Google it. So Google it with me now. Let me know what you find. JFK assassination car. There were 6 people, canon, in this universe. But see, canon in my universe, there were 4 people. 2 in the front, 2 in the back. That's it. There weren't 6 people in that car. The video that I watched growing up that they showed us several times, which was jarring because I was a kid and it's the first time you really get to see somebody's head blown off, you know what I mean? Like, oh, snap, was 4 people. And in this universe, the canon in this universe is 6. Google that, right? This is all stuff for you to do for yourself as well. These are all little things that I found that you could just search for yourself. Whatever you remember is right. In the same vein, they're all right. Nothing is wrong. Like, it's weird because everybody remembers something different and you're right and I'm right. It's just what universe you're from. That's what reality. So you're right. Our universes are just starting to overlayer. I don't know what's going on here. That's the science behind it. But that's in another video. I guess I could talk about that in another video because this might be super long to render. Silence of the Lambs. I checked it out. Hold on. Oh, wait. Here we go. Miss Doubtfire I checked out. Silence of the Lambs, this old copy. I didn't even bust it open yet. It's still in the thing, right? It's still in the DVD, not Blu-ray. But I do have one that was busted open. And I checked it out. And I used to walk around saying, hello, Clarice. The part that is supposed to be like, hello, Clarice, you're one of Jack Stallings, aren't you? It's not there. He says, good morning. Check it out for yourself. If you like Silence of the Lambs, and that was the movie that, you remember you watched several times, so you know the beats of the movie, right? Forrest Gump is another one. They say life is like a box of chocolates. Life is like a box of chocolate. Now, when you look it up, life was like a box of chocolates. If you remember certain things a certain way, and the way that I'm telling you that I remember it is something different than how you remember it, that's very interesting. I want to know. Jaws, I remember it being, we're going to need a bigger boat. I watched Jaws several times. It was one of my favorites. And now it's, you're going to need a bigger boat. So that was another one that weirded me out. These are all ones that I checked out. Snow White, Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. Who's the fairest of them all? It's now Magic Mirror on the Wall. Who's the fairest of them all? Oh, a Magic Mirror on the Wall. That wasn't mine. Mine was Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. Field of Dreams. I went to go see it. I went to go see Field of Dreams with my mom. I remember it awesomely because we saw 2 movies that day. And I came out of Field of Dreams saying, if you build it, they will come. And now it's if you build it, he will come. So I remember We're All Mad Here was a tattoo. I have a lot of tattoos you can't really see now. The Cheshire Cat. I just couldn't find the artist to do it that I like. We're All Mad Here. That's not what it says. It says something different now. Canon in my universe was We're All Mad Here. Star Wars. Luke, I am your father. Is no more Luke, I am your father. Is no, I am your father. When it was Luke, I am your father. Even James Earl Jones remembers saying it like this. You can check that out on YouTube if you want. When I was growing up, the capital of Australia was Sydney, Australia. Now it's Canberra. And it has been Canberra since 1901. But they taught me Sydney. Monopoly. Monopoly used to be one of my games. Ventura Boulevard. I can't remember what color it was. Never was a Ventura Boulevard. That was Ventura Avenue. There never was a Ventura Boulevard canon in this timeline that I'm in right now. It might change again. Who knows what's changing? Everything is changing, right? Little teeny things until something big changes. That's what's gonna happen. Michael Jackson, Smooth Criminal. You've been struck by smooth criminal. Dun, 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 dun. That how he said that for the first hook going into the second verse. Not there anymore. It's you've been hit by a smooth criminal. No, when I was growing up and jamming the mic jack was our stuff. Okay, not canon in this timeline. This timeline is you've been hit by. The heart is in the middle of your chest. The heart is in the middle of your chest. The heart is in the middle of your chest, guys. Okay, well, it was canon in my universe, my body. The heart was like on the side, on your left side, because you would cover your heart. That's why the Pledge of Allegiance is like this. You stand and cover your heart. Can you like this, not like this. Yeah. That's really weird, right? Think about that. They found a new organ. You're welcome. The ones that I found that were super awesome, crazy alarming, were the ones that were in print. These are the three most alarming examples of a change. And if you're a person of faith, not even a person of faith, if you're a person of knowledge, I read these in college, along with some other Bibles in college, and some other religions, which led me to another thought, right? Like, I know this book. And if you know this book, then you know this book. Now, Genesis 1, chapter 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, right? Heavens, right? With the S, right? Do you remember that? See, because in my universe, what was canon was an S. In this universe, there's no S. God created the heaven and the earth. The heaven. The other one, which I found very, very, very startling, because it's in print, which is Isaiah chapter 11, verse 6, which is the lion and the lamb. There's a lion and a lamb. There's no wolf and a lamb. There's a wolf in sheep's clothing. In my universe, what was canon was the lion and the lamb. In this universe, what's canon is the wolf. The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb. You can look this up. Another one that really threw me was Matthew chapter 6, verse 10. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, and deliver us from evil, for thine is the Spirit. I done said this thing 1,000 times, right? I done read this thing 1,000 times as a child, as a young adult, several different churches. And now it's, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Look it up. Go check your Bible. So, yeah, that was our discussion today about the Mandela effect, and just the ones that I noticed that struck me. Okay? So if anything that, has hit you, comment. Let me know which ones that sound right to you, which ones don't sound right to you, what sounds right to you, what doesn't sound right to you. Because apparently we're all right. Everybody's all right. Everybody's not really all right. Okay, have a good one.